Hello family, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for clicking on this video and taking your time to watch this. Now today I'm going to show you how I prepare my pilau. This is the way I like it and this is the way that I do it. You might find that it's a bit different to what you've seen or heard, but this is how I like to do mine. You know, with food you must always make food the way you want it. It doesn't have to follow a strict recipe unless you're doing something like baking, which needs certain proportions of the ingredients. Then there you have to follow the recipe, but in this case it's how I do mine. So here we go. This is just the meat that I'm cutting up because I like to have it with beef. Even chicken is good, especially with free range chicken. That is amazing with free range chicken. But I didn't have free range chicken here. I only had the normal broiler chicken, and I don't think I would run my pilau with a normal broiler chicken because the taste is just not the same. So here you see I've just cut up the meat. I've cut up the meat there. Then I'm just gonna chop up my onions. Okay, after this you will need some rice, the beef that we just cut up, some pilau mix, and then we'll also need some black pepper, some salt, the onions that we cut up as well. I'm going to fry the beef, just a little braising of the beef, just not to overcook it though, just a little bit. You can see there the beef is frying, it's getting ready. Turning it ever so slightly as you go along. Then we're going to start adding the ingredients that we prepared before. Once you see that your beef is looking kind of ready-ish, you start adding your ingredients. So here I am adding everything all at once. I've added my salt, I've added the spice. Now I'm coming to the onions, and so I'm just gonna mix that a little bit together. Then I'll add in the rice as well to the mix. Then I'll mix all that rice together until the spice is on the rice. All the rice is looking brown. That's just to help you know if the spice is enough or not. So once I've done that, I'll keep on turning it just to make sure. So I've not added any water at this point, okay? I've not added any water yet until all the rice, as you can see there, is brown. Then now I can do what? I can add the water. Alright, so adding water. Now when it comes to water, you know what? You just have to gauge to see how much it is. Because the water that you need when you're cooking pilau and the water that you need when you're cooking just ordinary white rice is very different. In the pilau it's slightly less because you fried the rice at the beginning. You fried the rice a little bit for a while, for like about 3 to 5 minutes. You've been frying the rice, so it's kind of cooked. Then you won't need any more water than like you would use in white rice, plain rice. Okay, so we're just gonna let it cook for a while. I'm gonna put a lid on there, just let it cook. Then after like about 15 minutes, you see that the water has gone down and your rice is getting ready. So we're just gonna check and then put the lid back on. Come back again after a few minutes just to see how the rice is going. You'll find that now it's more dry, it's almost ready. So for me, I like to just stir it up a little bit because I don't like any rice left at the bottom of the pan, so I stir it up to avoid that. You can also do this as well if you like, but I know there's some people who will not stir the rice up until serving time. For me, sometimes I can even stir the rice twice. Okay, so just put the lid back on, just make sure it gets completely dry. You don't want it watery. And here it is, our beautiful rice, nice and dry and ready to serve. At this point, it's very much, you can see there's no water there, you can't see any liquidy stuff in the rice. So at this point, it's ready. It's time to munch. Yes, it's my favorite part. Look at that, just look at that. Okay, so we're going to serve the rice with what you see in that little bowl in the middle. That's kachumba. Kachumba is just rice. It's just, sorry, not rice, it's tomato, onion, lemon juice, and whatever else you want to put in it. So for me, I put cucumber in it. So yeah, you just make that. Your pilau is not complete without the kachumba, or it's actually kachumbari if you're saying it in Swahili, but I know that other parts of the world they call it kachumba, or it's just a salad. Yeah, just some salt, some tomato, and some cucumber, and some onion. And I usually like to use a purple or red onion, that one. Yeah, just because it tastes better in salads, for me anyway. But you can use any other onion or shallots if you want. The other little plate there is for my son. This is our dinner. So yeah, we're gonna be having a yummy dinner. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and look at how beautiful that looks. Just look at that. Look at that.